Alrighty, gentlemen, who's up for round two?
Honestly, I'd much rather just get this furry shit over with right now, so I think that's a Poggy Gamer idea.
Alright, you good with this too, Joe? Joe? Oh, fuck me, he fell the fuck asleep. How original?
Holy shit, a 13-year-old girl.
Huh? What? Where? Let me smell them.
We're ranking the animatronic furries again, Sleepy Joe. Get your Adderall in your blood and help us.
Fucking fine. Also, don't question what I just said.
Well, we're obviously starting with the fourth game, so we got Nightmare Freddy up first.
I respect Nightmare Freddy solely because he's a better father than Donald ever will be.
Shut the fuck up, Sleepy Joe. Last time I checked, Hunter is still fucking dying half of the time.
God, we get it. You guys are shit fathers. Anyway, Nightmare Fred's design goes pretty hard, and his voice goes hard as well. Even though he isn't seen much in the fourth game, I think his mechanic and design alone gives him A tier.
Freddles are pretty annoying, though. I hate their stupid little screeches.
Dude, deadass sounds like Darth Vader.
All right, fair enough. We'll throw him in B tier then. Next is Nightmare Bonnie.
Why doesn't he have a voice yet?
That's actually a good point, Joe. Why the fuck doesn't he have a voice?
He'd definitely benefit from a voice, but that doesn't change the fact that he's one of the more lamer nightmares. He's still neat and all, but I don't think he should get any higher than B tier.
There's just nothing really interesting about him, unlike the other nightmares. Mid-Bonnie.
All right, Mid-Bonnie. What about Nightmare Chica?
Ooh, Nightmare Cupcake is such a neat idea.
Don't ever fucking ooh again, Sleepy Joe. And besides, the Nightmare Cupcake is fucking annoying. It's so easy to die to it in the fourth game.
Sounds like a big skill issue.
Yeah, Don sounds like a fat fucking skill issue. Anyways, Nightmare Chica is pretty neat and definitely one of the more scary nightmares. Especially with those 3 rows of teeth, goddamn.
Did you forget Obama? They scrapped the 3 rows. She only has 2 now, same with Jacko Chica.
Oh, fuck, really? Well, that just makes her more mid then.
Mid-Nightmare put the chicken in B with the rest of them.
All right, and what about the goat, Nightmare Foxy?
Rest in peace, Tongue. We will forever miss you.
Yeah, I think Foxy is the coolest of the main 4 nightmares. But I tell you, he would be S if he kept that sick-ass tongue. What the fuck, Scott?
He still is epic, though, because he is a Foxy, so I think he should get the first A of this video.
True, he is still a dope Foxy variant at the end of the day. I tier for Nightmare Foxy. Now we're on to Nightmare Fredbear, easy S.
My normal Golden Freddy bias would argue F, but this can slide because Nightmare Fredbear is pretty dope.
Not to mention he was basically the first boss fight in the series. The 5th night is tight.
All right, I think we're all in agreement on S tier, right?
Yeah, put him in S.
No B tier. Go for B tier.
And why the fuck should we Donald?
He still reminds me of Golden Freddy at the end of the day, so that brings him down.
Oh my fucking Lord, man. Stop this Golden Graham hate right now. You're seriously malding Trumpy.
Don't call me Trumpy, you geriatric libtard.
Oh my fucking God, Nightmare Fredbear clearly belongs in S, but for Trump's wrinkly sake, we'll only put him in A.
Still seems rigged, but what the fuck ever.
All right, gentlemen, now we're on to Nightmare himself.
Hey, look, he's darker than...
Not another fucking word out of you, Oompa Loompa looking ass.
Nightmare is honestly kind of mid. Not only is he just a recolor of Nightmare Fredbear, but he's also not really explained too well.
Yeah, the Dark Man kind of just comes out of nowhere and then leaves. Also, he reminds me of Golden Freddy still.
Oh my God, stop speaking ill of the Golden Graham right now, Donnie. Anyways, I do agree that Nightmare is kind of mid, and honestly, I'd be fine putting him in B tier.
Oh, is that because he's Black Obama?
Joke, take your fucking meds, you're overdue. Anyways, next is Plush Trap.
Honestly, he's a pretty nice shake-up to the original core Knights of the fourth game. He's also a nice little throwback to Springtrap, and he's pretty iconic. And also, I hate mentioning the game's name, but he had a really cool mechanic and special delivery as well.
Actually, I think that basically sums it all up. I'd say A tier for Plush Trap.
Yeah, that was a really good description, Donnie. I'm kind of shocked for real. I tier for Plush Trap. Now we're getting into the Halloween characters, starting with Jacko Bonnie.
Can we all just selectively agree that both Jacko characters are mid and put them in D tier?
We can put Jacko Bonnie in D, but Jacko Chica should go in C, at least because of her voice and the pumpkin.
All right, then the Jack-O mids can go in D and C, respectively. Next up is Nightmare Mangle. Pretty dope-ass design, and honestly just as good, if not better, than Nightmare Foxy's.
Do they have a confirmed gender?
No, they don't.
C tier, mid C tier, no gender.
Oh, God, just put them in A tier with Nightmare Foxy Barack.
Don, you got to cool it with that shit. Anyways, next is Nightmare Balloon Boy. Now, unlike the other Balloon Boys, I think Nightmare BB is kind of sick, not going to lie.
Not to mention how good Matthew Curtis's voice is. Like, holy fuck, it's spot on.
All right, fine, I'll admit Nightmare BB is probably the best of the balloon shit stains. We can put him in B tier, although we should probably try and get some other tiers filled, since B tier is getting kind of bloated.
Sounds good then. All right, the last character for Freddy's 4 is Nightmarion Pretty dope design and definitely better than Nightmare for sure.
Can't forget his annoying ass mechanic in UCN, though.
Sleepy Joe out here actually spitting facts. Yeah, that mechanic was absolute AIDS.
True, that mechanic did suck giant donkey dick. All right, then I'm cool with only putting him in B.
But we shouldn't put him in the same tier as Nightmare, because he's better than Nightmare.
Fine, then put him in A tier and we'll call it a low A.
All right, good compromise. I like that shit, my patriotic shitheads.
Oh my God, is it time for Sister Location now?
Actually, we got a few from FNAF World to go first.
Oh, God, why is that mid-game even on this tier list?
What, shut the fuck up, pussy?
Ain't no way this clown is talking shit about FNAF World.
Fucking fine, just get it over with.
All right, then first is the Virgin Chad. Mendo the Endo, gotta say, despite him not appearing in any game other than World, he's still pretty neat.
I really don't give a fuck about these World characters. Just call me when we get to an actual good game.
Shut up, Orange Man, you clearly don't know World. Anyways, Mendo is kind of cool. I'd just put him in C or B tier.
Well, I think Mendo is neat, so I'll give him the B. All right, next up is DD.
She's kind of like BB, but somehow worse. F tier.
Actually, I am going to comment. Fuck this stupid-ass child. She's so fucking annoying in UCN. F tier for real.
Once again, I could not have said it better myself.
Glad we can all agree on a universal truth. Get in the bin, you stupid child. All right, now we're on to Sister Location.
Yep, and of course we have Circus Baby up first. Definitely a pretty important character. Probably deserves at least an A.
But we can't forget the fact that she did basically jack shit in SL, so I'd say no higher than A.
Not only is her voice extremely iconic, but also she's a fan favorite. She's almost as recognizable as Freddy himself.
All right, then. I think Baby belongs in A tier. Next up is Ballora. Do not say a single word, Joe.
Fuck you, Barry.
Honestly, Ballora is kind of mid, not going to lie. Aside from her voice and her gimmick of being blind, there's really nothing special about her.
Yeah, and compared to the other animatronics of SL, she doesn't stand out nearly as well. I'd say C tier for mid-lore.
But she's so smashable.
Shut the fuck up, Joe. Enough with your down badass. She's going in C. Moving on to Fun Time Freddy. S tier for certain. I don't want to hear it.
This character has one of the best voices in all of fiction. Kellen Goff is truly a master at voice acting.
Not to mention Freddy's design is super iconic and holds up great to today. And he has Bonbon, can't forget that.
I think we all agree that Funtime Freddy is the perfect specimen. Throw him in S or else I'll fucking die.
Glad we all agree. Next up is Funtime Foxy.
Not as good as Freddy, but still pretty iconic. He has a good voice and easily the scariest level in Help Wanted.
I'd comment on his questionable gender, but the joke is already running its course. Just put them in A, I don't care.
Glad you know when to stop Donald I tier for Foxy. Next is Yendo.
Oh, who gives a shit about this character? They're just an Easter egg and a bad one at that. Literally just Funtime Freddy's Endo, but with yellow eyes.
Shut up and drown yourself, Don. Yendo is epic because of his lameness. Besides, he could be a Funtime Fredbear Endo, which is cool.
He is kind of irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, so just throw him in C tier.
All right then. And how about Lolbit?
Lolbit got an upgrade to an actual canon character, so they're cool in my book.
Still kind of lame that they're just a Funtime Foxy reskin, although I know that Lolbit is really popular for some reason. Although I don't really see why.
Yeah, they're kind of trash. Coparter Lolbit fans, put them in C tier. Barry?
All righty then. And what about Biddy Bab and Electrobab?
Those little shits haven't been a threat since their debut game. Not to mention Electrobab is just a shameless waste of a slot of the SL Custom Night roster.
Bro, ain't that the truth? I'll just throw both of them in D tier.
And while we're at it, throw the mini arenas in F tier. Those little shits are the reason why Night 4 is such a pain in the fucking ass.
Also the fact that they were another waste on the roster of Custom Night. Min Arena 2, seriously, Scott, where the fuck was Baby and Ennard? Agreed, F tier mini bitches. Speaking of which, we got Ennard. We got a S tier, this man, come on.
Yeah, Ennard's design is kind of peak, and his boss battle in the private room is tight. Even if it is harder than my little Donnie from time to time.
Can't forget about his level in Help Wanted that shit was lit to play.
All right, no further objections for Ennard and S. All right, second to last is Bonbon.
Bonbon isn't really anything special on his own, but he still has a pretty iconic voice.
Yeah, he works best when he's with Freddy, but he still is pretty epic. I'd say B tier for Bonbon.
Wait, I thought Bonbon was a girl.
Why the fuck would you ever assume that, Sleepy Joe?
The character encyclopedia said so.
The character encyclopedia also said that Bonbon was in the third game Joe. It isn't really the best source of info, so shut up and get more Adderall.
And last but not least, we have Bunny. Why the fuck does this character exist, and why do they keep coming back?
Yeah, they're kind of just another shameless recolor that doesn't have any interesting features or story. Honestly, D or maybe even F tier.
They're a little girl, so D tier.
Okay, what the fuck, Joe? Just because you said that, I'm putting them in F tier.
Oh, what the fuck? This shit is rigged as fuck.
That's my line, you piece of dog shit.